Meet Megan. She's 6 months old.
Look how pretty you are.
So is Connor. Hazel is 11 months. And Lyle, just 3 months old. These babies are helping to answer one of life's biggest questions. Are we born knowing right from wrong?
So when most people think of babies as blank slates, but your experiments say that's not true, that it's not that they have to be taught wrong from right.
From very early ages, we know there's a lot going on in there.
Can you put that in there? Wow, look at that. Good job.
This is the Infant Cognition Center at Yale University, otherwise known as the Baby Lab. Based on over 8 years of studies, researchers here believe that babies are not taught the difference between good and bad, but instead are born knowing it. As these babies grow, their moral beliefs are enhanced by parents and society, but they aren't created by them.
Up goes the curtain.
The studies are conducted with the help of puppet shows. The puppets act out good and bad behavior. Watch as this puppet struggles to open a box. A green bunny comes along and helps to open the box. Green bunny, nice and helpful. Then an orange bunny comes along and slams the box shut. Orange bunny, mean and unhelpful. The actions are repeated a number of times. But what does this mean to 6-month-old Megan? She watches the show and is then presented with the two puppets, the nice green bunny and the mean orange bunny.
Who do you like?
Megan grabs for the green bunny, the nice one. Dr. Karen Wynn runs the Yale Baby Lab. She says by grabbing with her hands, Megan shows she understands the difference between good and bad.
And when it comes to the social world, little Megan here who's hugging, oh, that's cute. She's showing the really typical response of all of the babies that come in. They gravitate towards the helpful characters and the friendly characters, and from very early on there.
But how do we know what she's really thinking?
Well, we don't know the subtleties of what she's really thinking, but what we find is when they look at a social interaction between two individuals, they can tell whether that's a positive one or a negative one, and they're drawn towards the positive character.
Up goes the curtain.
Connor and Soshi watch the same show. Nice bunny, mean bunny. According to the studies, over 80% of the time, the nice bunny ends up in the arms of the baby. Wynn and her team wanted to see if babies even younger than 6 months would recognize good and bad behavior. So they tried this experiment with 3-month-olds. Babies this young don't have the motor skills to grab for anything, so how do they show their preference? It turns out by staring. Babies this young are known to stare longer at things they like, and they avert their eyes from things they don't like.
Noah, who do you like?
Noah looks at the bad orange bunny, then switches his gaze to the good green bunny, and he keeps staring.
They're not old enough to reach, but in their looking, they will orient visually to the positive characters, much, much more so.
They look more at the positive characters.
They look lots longer at the positive characters.
Did that surprise you?
It did. That did surprise me. And what it's caused me to believe is that it's just a kind of a fundamental value. You know, we're built to say this is good, this is positive, this is bad and negative.
It's incredible.
Incredible. Yes.
What's also incredible is that about 90% of the 3-month-olds tested seem to recognize good behavior. 19-month-old Natalie takes the experiment one step further.
Natalie, we're gonna play a game, okay?
By not only recognizing good and bad behavior, but acting on it. Natalie is presented with 2 empty bowls placed in front of the 2 puppets from the show.
Oh no, Natalie, look. There's only one treat left. There's only one treat left to give.
Watch as she gives it to the good puppet.
Who do you want to give a treat to? That guy? Okay.
So what does it tell you?
They're actually, I think it tells us that they're actually evaluating, who's deserving of what types of behavior in the world, and who do they feel warrants getting the benefits.
And the babies take a step further. They don't just reward, they punish as well. Here, they're given a choice to take a treat away from a good or bad puppet.
Who do you want to take a treat from?
Almost 90% of the time, the babies will punish the bad puppet.
Now, is it possible this is just coincidence, that they're just kind of gravitating to a color of the shirt they like more, or where the
That's a
placement is?
Good question. We switch the colors of the shirts. So for half the babies, the green shirted puppet is nice, and for half the babies, it's the orange shirted puppet that's nice. And what we find over and over again, it really doesn't relate to color of the shirt or which puppet's on the left and on the right. It's who's been the positive character.
Even though these babies can't tell us what they're thinking, their actions here at the Baby Lab are helping us understand more about what's going on behind those eyes.